How's it going? Coach Jay Heiler here of the Jay Heiler Body Transformation Project. What I'm going to show you how to do today is going to be the hip extension with adduction. We're going to use a medicine ball for this demonstration. You could use anything really in your home. If you have something that is similar to this shape that you can squeeze into, that's what's most important here as you're coming down and up to keep all of that internal tension going inwards, okay? So we call that inside intentions. Now with that inside intention, we're going to light up everything in the inside of your thighs as well as in that groin area, strengthening also the medial hamstring, okay? These are areas that when they get weak, they cause a lot of inflammation, they cause pain around everything that happens around those joints and around those muscles. Say if you have hip bursitis, for an example here, that bursitis, that bursa area that sits right at the top of the femur bone and protrudes out, this area gets really inflamed. So if we can strengthen what's on the opposite side of it, we're going to be able to teach the muscle how to work properly again, eventually align properly again, and eventually get even stronger than you've ever actually been. Okay? Now, we're gonna place the ball in between the thigh area, and we're trying to get up closer towards the knees, all right? We're going to try to pop this ball from the start. Now, as much as you can squeeze while your butt is flush to the mat is as much as you're gonna squeeze all the way up and all the way back down. Now, all the way up, all the way back down, that is one repetition. So we have the concentric contraction of the glutes, and then we have the eccentric lowering here as we tap the skin of the butt, not flatten the butt, tap the skin of the butt, and then return back home, okay? Now, if you need to stabilize your entire body, fine. You can place your hands and arms on the floor. I prefer that you allow your body to do the work and simply cross your arms and do the work exactly the same. Now, you're gonna find that it's harder to commit to squeezing inwards as you come to the top, the peak, right? Because you're flexing the glutes and it's sending kind of an unequal signal from the brain to the body. So you're gonna have to really focus on keeping that squeeze inwards at the top. Coming down, no problem at all for most of you. Boom! Coming down nice and slow, coming up nice and slow. Now you see I'm not flying through this movement. I don't want power, I want strength. I want you to one vertebrae at a time come up, boom, one vertebrae at a time coming down. The last portion here I want to focus on is going to be pressing through the heels, because as we press through the heels, what happens for us is we can actually allow the hamstring and the glute and the tie-in of the calf to do most of the work. If you press to the front of your feet, you're actually going to get a different experience and a different response from your muscles. What is that going to be? It's going to be the quadriceps and the knee area getting all of that tension, which we do not want, okay? So if it helps you, you can simply lift the front of your feet to do the same exact movement, as long as you never lose that tension as you're squeezing in and coming up and down, and that you can contract fully at the top. Now, it also helps to get a sensory kind of an effect by pushing into the side of your butt muscles. That's where that gluteus medius and minimus is. So we're gonna press into those muscles, and as long as you can feel them tightening as much as they can possibly be at maximal intensity, you're good to go, okay? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to do that for a total of 8 to 10 repetitions. You can also take this as far, if you're counting time and attention, which is totally my preference, you can do that for upwards of 2 full minutes. Now that is going to be difficult. The heavier the medicine ball, the harder this is going to become, all right? That's Coach Jay, your body transformation specialist, and I'll cross the leg and we'll say peace.